Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing, and if you're not new, thank you guys so much for coming back. I really appreciate your support. Today we are going to be doing a review of the very new Kayali fragrance. I was so excited for this because Kayali announced this on their Instagram, and she said it was their first like true gourmand scent. And if you guys don't know, I'm a gourmand lover. Like I'm a gourmand girly like through and through. So when she said that, I was so excited, and I knew the second it launched I was gonna blind buy it either way. So I guess I was able to get it early through the Sephora app, Sephora Canada. I don't know if there was like a mishap and they launched it early because it's not supposed to launch until the end of the month. But either way, when I saw it, I was lucky enough. I scooped it up, so we're going to be reviewing it. I did pick up the travel spray. This is what it looks like. The packaging is the same. Like if you've seen one, you've seen them all. But I do like these new travel bottles. I like that they're kind of sleek and easy to travel with. The full-size bottle of this is gorgeous. I almost wanted to get the full size, but because I have to blind buy it and I have so many fragrances as it is, I decided to go with the travel spray, and I'm glad I did. So disclaimer, this is supposed to be an intense one. So this is a perfume intense. It's in their intense line. So keep that in mind through my review. Now, when she said that this was their first true gourmand, I was so excited because I love gourmands. And in my mind, the notes that like when she was doing the promo for this, all of it was intriguing me because she was listing like the most decadent notes. So I was so excited. Let me read you the notes. The notes for Yum, Pistachio Gelato 33. Top notes, bergamot, pistachio gelato, hazelnut, rum, cardamom. Middle notes, geranium, white peony, nougat. I don't know, I butchered that, I'm sure. Jasmine, raspberry, white peach, and pear. The dry notes are whipped cream, marshmallow, cotton candy, Turkish delight accord, cocoa, cedarwood, sandalwood, and tonka. So those sound delicious, and I wanted this like in my mind. The second I hear true gourmand, in my mind I want it to smell edible, not like a perfumey gourmand. I want to smell straight up like I am the dessert. I want to spray it and want to eat myself. That is what I wanted in my mind. So keep that in mind when I'm doing my review. How many times did I just say mind? I don't know. I'm sorry. Let's spray it. I've done a full wear test, and when I wore this the other day, this is supposed to be an intense version. I sprayed 4 sprays on my arm. And to be quite honest with you, I don't find it to be that intense. Now, the opening of this, you get so much citrus. You get the bergamot, but it almost smells like, it smells citrusy, almost like slightly lemony. So you get that citrus. The citrus is the star of the show, especially in the opening. You do get like this creamy nuttiness, whether it's pistachio. I think in the opening I get the pistachio. It's a little bit creamy, but the bergamot is the star of the show. The bergamot is there. So it's never overly like creamy and overly decadent, especially in the opening, because you get that citrus. It's bright. It's almost like fresh. So that kind of threw me off guard. I'm not gonna lie. And then the middle, I get that bergamot still. The citrus notes, they stick around, and that's the star of the show, to be quite honest with you. But then in the middle, I also get like the citrus with those floral notes. So I was like, what's going on here? You know? That's what I get. Citrus with floral notes, you get that little bit of the creamy nuttiness, but it's so far in the background. The citrus and the floral notes are what's kind of prominent, especially in the middle and the opening. And then the longer it sits, yes, you get more of like that creamy nuttiness. I think I get more almond the longer it sits. And the almond in this, it's creamy, but also it almost gives me like that Play-Doh vibe that I get from like Hypnotic Poison or Acqua di Parma Mandorlo di Sicilia. I think that's what it's called. I get like that kind of like Play-Doh-y almond vibe. But again, it's mixed with floral notes, and it's mixed with that citrus. That citrus sticks around the whole time, and that is what takes over on my skin. And then, like I said, when I tried this out, I sprayed 4 sprays on one arm. And considering this is supposed to be an intense version, that should have been enough. Like, some perfumes you only need 1 spray. After 4 sprays, I kid you not, I was talking to my friend when I unboxed this. I sprayed my arm, and I told her 30 minutes later, don't hate me guys, I buy these myself. Like, Kayali never sends me fragrances. I have reviewed almost every Kayali fragrance because I genuinely, I mean, love the brand and love the line. So this is my unbiased opinion. I spent my own money. I'm gonna keep it real. After 30 minutes of spraying 4 sprays on my arm, I could hardly smell it. And this is considered an intense perfume. I could hardly smell it. After 30 minutes, yeah, you get a little bit more of those sweet notes, but to be honest with you, I don't get the Turkish Delight, the, what was it, marshmallow. I don't get any of those gourmand notes because the citrus and the floral notes are what's like prominent on my skin, and then by the time the dry down kicks in, it's like so close to my skin. I have to have my nose on my arm to smell it, so I can't enjoy it. By the time it does dry down and I should be able to enjoy that whipped cream, marshmallow, cotton candy, cocoa, like by the time that happens, it's so close to my skin and I still get the citrus. Right now, all I'm getting is like a citrus floral, a creamy citrus floral. But I wanted it to smell edible. I wanted it to smell like gelato. I wanted to want to eat myself, okay? And that's not what I get. This is like a perfumey gourmand, but leaning more towards like the perfumey side. This is almost like, I wouldn't even describe this as a gourmand. As a gourmand lover, I would not describe this as a gourmand. This is like a fresh, creamy floral scent. I'm sorry, but on my skin, it is what it is. And it's a fresh, creamy floral scent that doesn't even last on my skin. I kid you not, after 30 minutes, I had to like have my nose on my arm to smell it, which makes me so sad because these are not that cheap. They're kind of expensive and I wanted to be able to smell it. And I really wanted it to be an edible, creamy, thick, dense gourmand. I think that this was a little bit of a disappointment. The performance was a disappointment. The actual smell of it, like I wouldn't consider this a gourmand. I wouldn't consider this like thick, edible, ice cream, gelato, nutty. I wanted it to smell nutty and creamy and thick and dense, and like, I guess I was kind of wanting something like Mandorlo de Sicilia, that nuttiness, and maybe like Sol de Janeiro, like that creamy, salted pistachio nuttiness, like something like that. That is what I wanted. And considering it's like labeled as an intense perfume, obviously I wanted to be able to smell it for more than 30 minutes. On my skin, this performs like a body spray or an eau de toilette. So I'm sorry this review was somewhat negative, but I'm just keeping it real. This will be going back because I don't think it's worth my money, and also I wouldn't consider it a gourmand. With that said, does it smell nice? Yes, it smells nice. Yes, it smells pretty. It does. I will give you that, because there's nothing in it that I don't like. There's nothing that's like standoffish or like, it doesn't give me a headache. It smells good, but does it smell like I thought it was gonna smell based on the notes? No, absolutely not. I already have Mandorlo de Sicilia. This kind of gives me the same vibe as Acqua di Parma Mandorlo Sicilia, and also not the same, but the same vibe as Azzaro's Wanted Girl, because Azzaro's Wanted Girl is a creamy kind of caramel floral, and that's what I get. And Azzaro's Wanted Girl has the ginger, which gives it that little like citrus kick, and this one has the bergamot. So I'm not saying they're the same, but I'm saying like the same family, so I already have scents like that, so I didn't need this. I'm a little bit bummed out because I was expecting something different. But anyways, I hope you guys found this helpful. I hope you guys liked it. Don't come for me. This was just my unbiased, honest opinion, because we're all spending our own coin and inflation is a beep. So anyways, I hope you liked it. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Check me out on my other socials. They're always linked down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.